Shalom, Kahala, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kahakwadash. Double blessing and honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth through the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Back here with another lesson through the spirit, talking about some news that came across my timeline. As I was looking for a lesson to do, came across the spirit for me to do something or pull out scriptures and precepts regarding this topic. And so, without further ado, let's get into it. It says, 4 Russian warplanes spotted flying near Alaska, NORAD says. And we're going to play this short video as well.
And Chinese bombers in international airspace. The U.S. military intercepted Russian and Chinese bombers in international airspace off of the coast of Alaska yesterday. Officials say 2 Russian and 2 Chinese fighter jets were detected, tracked, and intercepted.
And Salakia, I just want to make this point clear. I don't think people realize how close Russia is to America on a map. Let me pull it up real quick. Salakia, I pulled up the wrong thing. Whenever people look at Russia and whatnot, they look at it as in going this way. So all the way across the globe, you know what I'm saying? And this, Salakia, I just need them to pinpoint Russia. This up here, all of this up here is Russia. What you don't realize, though, is Alaska's right here as well. And I believe there's a small, down here, there's a small border of some sort or something like that that divides America and Russia. I recall hearing about that before. But yeah, man, Russia is literally right here. This is America. And this is Russia. So, and also with the U.S. using those ATACMS and all that stuff, that basically gives Russia the green light to use nuclear weapons as well, since the United States has used nuclear weapons. So,
the U.S. official says that this is the first time Russian and Chinese aircraft have jointly entered the area. However, NORAD notes that the activity is not seen as a threat. The U.S. military intercepted.
I see people as a reason the scriptures, man. 2 Thessalonians 5 and verse 3, or Salakia, verse 3 or 4. When they shall say peace and safety, then utter destruction shall come, man. They saying it's not a threat now, but these are your two biggest enemies right now that are over here, basically sending spy equipment, whatever it is, over here. And even with all of these chariot sightings and whatnot, which, like I said before, Esau Edom is running out of lies. First they was UFOs, then there were UAPs, now they're drones. And these people know that people with a little bit of sense will know that these are not drones. These people have been reporting that they're the size of cars. So Esau Edom is starting to run out of time, man. These lies are catching up to them. People aren't buying them anymore. They're not going for your bullshit tricks no more, Esau. So it reads, 4 Russian warplanes on Tuesday flew just outside of United States airspace near Alaska. But my point of bringing up those chariots is the fact that those chariots can fly around all over the U.S., be in the air and whatnot, and the United States have still, yet to try and shoot one down. Now, of course, the hopeful elect know good and well what's going to happen if they try and shoot those UFOs down. Well, chariots. But that's the reason why they haven't attempted to do nothing yet, because they know if they try and fuck with them chariots, they gonna get their ass fucked up. But that just goes to show that this place doesn't have any type of aerial defense at all. any defense in general. So let's read it. 4 Russian warplanes on Tuesday flew just outside of United States airspace near Alaska, the North American Aerospace Defense Command said, marking the latest incident involving Russian aircraft off the coast of the United States. The military operation was routine, according to the agency, which detected and tracked the planes, although the Russian aircraft remained in international airspace. They entered a region beyond U.S. and Canadian sovereign airspace called the Air Defense Identification Zone, where aircraft are expected to identify themselves. The ATIS is a stretch of international airspace bordering the sovereign space around the U.S. and Canada, which both countries monitor in order to ideally readily detect all aircraft passing through. Surveillance in the defense zone is maintained for national security reasons. NORAD said it uses a network of satellites, ground-based, and airborne radars and fighter aircraft to detect and track aircraft and inform appropriate actions, and remains ready to employ a number of response options in defense of North America. Like I said, man, they're saying this, right? They're saying this to keep the people at ease. When in reality, if a nuclear warhead were to come over to this place right now, the United States wouldn't have any types of mechanisms to stop it. And NORAD is North American Aerospace Defense Command, because I didn't even know what that acronym stood for. It says the U.S. military reported similar actions from 4 Russian warplanes detected off the coast of Alaska in February and September. The report in September happened shortly after more than 100 U.S. soldiers were deployed temporarily to Alaska's remote Shemaya Island in response to a spike in Russian military activity off the western boundaries of North America, which the U.S. general described as an exercise to test the military's readiness to deploy troops and equipment. So, let me look up this island real quick, because this might be what I'm talking about. No, so let me see if I can look it up. Island in between Russia and Alaska. The 2 small islands in the Bering Strait between Russia and Alaska are Big Diomede and Little Diomede, and that's what I was talking about. That border that separates the United States and Russia. That's only a few miles away. That's only a few miles away from each other. Actually, look. So yeah, man, this it's definitely closer than people think. Russia is definitely closer than people think. Their development coincided with 8 Russian aircraft and 4 Navy vessels, including 2 submarines, traveling close to Alaska, while Russia and China conducted joint military drills. So Russia and China are joining and doing military drills together, but yet the economy is doing good. You feel me? These are things that people need to worry about, or Americans at least. The hopeful elect, all we have to do is continue doing what we're doing. So, but for Americans, what I'm saying, why is the United States, what I'm saying, why is Fox and CNN not reporting on this? Doesn't make sense to me. For Russia and China to be basically our biggest adversaries, the fact that they're joining joining together and doing military drills is a scary sight for the United States. It says none of those planes enter U.S. airspace. On September 30th, NORAD posted a dramatic video of a Russian fighter jet flying close to a NORAD aircraft off the coast of Alaska. At the time, a U.S. Probably meant to say general. U.S. general said the conduct of one Russian Su-35 was unsafe, unprofessional, and endangered all. Russian warplanes have also been detected in neighboring airspaces in recent months. In November, NATO said Italy and Norway had each scrambled jets after Russian aircraft were seen over the Baltic Sea and along the Norwegian coast. So let me get that real quick, just so y'all know where that's at. So in between Sweden, Finland, Norway, okay. NATO did not share details about the Russian activity, but said the planes were not adhering to international norms when Italian and Norwegian forces were mobilized. Russia has ramped up military operations in the Arctic Circle, which includes part of Norway. South Korea's military also said it scrambled fighter jets in November after 5 Chinese and 6 Russian military planes entered its air defense zone but did not cross into the country's airspace. So we see, look, man, you don't see, you see stuff like this. I said that in one of my other lessons, though. You see things that are unimportant in the news, but the things that are important don't come across people's pages. It says the United States military is sending counter drone systems to New Jersey bases. Here's how the drone buster works. And see, none of the technology that Esau Edom has is going to be able to destroy the chariots of the Lord. It says countryman shoots down drone. It takes inside his home to reveal what he actually identifies as up close. Yeah, okay. And remember, though, you got to remember, Esau Edom was also putting out fake drones as well to try and throw off the people and trying to put up fake. They done got me saying that bullshit. Fake chariots, Salakia, not drones. Yeah, let's get some scriptures regarding it. This is supposed to be on my precepts, Salakia. So this is Revelation 20 and verse 7. And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and point being 8, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. So what is that talking about? Let's stop right there. So if you have a little bit of knowledge, or if you know anything, you know that in the ancient Roman Empire fell to us, the Israelites. We ruled for 1,000 years, and then we got overthrown, and they came back with the Renaissance, the rebirth. So that's what that 1,000 years is talking about. And then they went out and deceived the nations, which are in the four quarters of the earth. So they deceived everyone. You know, the rebirth, they painted the likeness of all of our images. You know, changed the names of everything. All the whole 9 yards, man. Gog and Magog, which is Russia, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And they went up on the breadth of the earth and encompassed the camp of the saints about and beloved city, and fire came down from the Most High power out of heaven and devoured them. So it's talking about how Esau, Edom, America, Babylon the Great is gonna go to war with Russia, which is why we always say World War III is inevitable. It's prophecy. They're gonna go to war together, and as they're fighting, they're gonna see the chariots, which we're already seeing them right now. They're gonna see them chariots, and they're gonna start shooting at them. And Lord, Yahweh Shai gonna come down with something they ain't never seen before. It's gonna start raining fire. They gonna get their ass messed up, which is the second death. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. Now, when you tell a Christian that, they think, oh, it's talking about death, or Salaki is talking about hell. You know what I'm saying? There is no eternal place that's burning forever. If that was the case, the Lord wouldn't be merciful. But let me just get this to back that scripture up. But the fearful and unbelieving, and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. And the second death is going to come from them ICBMs that Russia's going to shoot over here. Them ICBMs, them intercontinental ballistic missiles, the Satan 1 and that Satan 2. Oh, yeah, that's going to come over here for surely. For surely it's coming over here, man. And this place is going to become desolate. It's going to become desolate, man. That's a lot. Let me go back and get that in the NLT if I can. When the 1,000 years come to an end, Satan will be out of his prison, will be let out of his prison. He will go out to deceive the nations. And what does the word devil mean? It's just another word for deceiver. So Esau, Edom, man, called, and will go out to deceive the nations, called Magog, Gog and Magog in every corner of the earth. He will gather them together for battle, a mighty army as numberless as sand along the seashore. And Russia has a very powerful army, man. And I saw them as they went up on the broad plain of the earth and surrounded God's people and the beloved city. But fire from heaven came down on the attacking armies and consumed them. So yeah, man, that's gonna be that second death, the lake of fire, man. Lord willing, we be in those chariots by then. You know what I'm saying? Protected from the Lord's wrath. Then the devil who had deceived them was thrown into the fiery lake of burning sulfur, joining the beast and the false prophet. There they will be tormented day and night forever and ever. So after that, they're going to go into, which it talks about, you know what I'm saying, that 1,000 years up ahead, the 1,000 years where we're going to be ruling over them. And then it ain't going to be no more Edomites on the earth forever. This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 9. The heading, Salakia. The heading being prophecy against Babylon. Now, this is talking about ancient Babylon, but we can apply this to today because America is Babylon, Babylon the Great through the Spirit. So let's read it. It says, starting at point 8, a point being a 9. Remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans and be as he-goats before the flocks. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and the north country being Russia. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrow shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahweh. So yeah, man, this place is slowly but surely gonna get laid and become a desolation. It's gonna be a desert after that. After World War III, that third world. We gotta get that after this. But now flee from Babylon. Leave the land of the Babylonians. Like male goats at the head of the flock, lead my people home again. And people will read that and think, oh, we gotta go back to the land of Israel. No. If you clearly read Deuteronomy 28, it says no man shall save you. So even if we did go back to the land of Israel, that place is gonna get judged as well. Just spiritually leave this place, man. But you know what I'm saying? Only way we're gonna leave this place is when our Lord Yahweh Shai comes back down and delivers us to salvation. For I am raising up an army of great nations from the north. They will join forces to attack Babylon, which is America, and she will be captured. The enemy's arrows will go straight to the mark. They will not miss. Babylonia will be looted until the attackers are glutted with loot. I, Yahweh, have spoken. And if you know anything about those ICBMs that Russia has, you know, they have I can't remember the exact number of nuclear warheads they have in it, but I know that all of them can detonate with pinpoint accuracy, man. How many nuclear warheads are in? They have the most destructive ICBM on the planet. So, like, how many nuclear warheads are in Russia's ICBM? No, that's not giving me the exact. It's not saying what it said in the video I watched, but it's okay. That's still some information for you. So let me get that. But the third woe cometh quickly. This is Revelation 11:14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So that third woe is World War III, man. And it's coming. It's coming quickly. Yep, Joel 3. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 2. And it reads, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which in the Hebrew tongue translates to Yahweh, which means Yahweh judges. He will plead with them there for my people, for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for an harlot and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Yea. And what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head. Because ye have taken my silver and gold, and have carried into your temples my godly, pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off. For Yahweh hath spoken it. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up, beat your plowshares into pruning hooks, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And that's going to be America, man. The weak, the weakling, they going to think they're strong. They're going to be completely surprised, man. And that's because they did all of these things that we just read above. That's why they're going to, that's why they're going to return. They're going to receive ultimate judgment from the Lord. That's why. I only got a couple more scriptures to pull out. This is 2nd Ezra 10. Verse 10. The point being 11. But only I saw that he sent out his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And there were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burnt them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. So that connects to the point I brought out in Revelation 20 and verse 8, 9, and 10. Talking about how, you know what I'm saying, Babylon the Great is going to join into war with Russia in this land, and they're going to be fighting, and they're going to look up and see them chariots. That's what Ezra was describing up above. He was describing a chariot of the Lord, Yahweh Shai. And all of these, you know what I'm saying, all of these, well, these countries are going to be fighting, and they're going to look up, and all they're going to see is flames coming down from the sky. And they're going to get engulfed in it. Like he said, all that was left was dust and a smell of smoke, man. This place is going to get laid desolate. Completely, it's going to be complete desolation. And this is my last point. This is Jeremiah 25 and 9. And it reads, Behold, I will send and take all the families of the north. We established who the north was, saith Yahweh, and Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant, and will bring them against this land, and against the inhabitants thereof, and against all these nations around about, and will utterly destroy them, and make them an astonishment, and a hissing, and perpetual desolations. So like I said, man, this place is going to get laid desolate. We're seeing the signs, you know what I'm saying, seeing the signs through the news, through what's going on, what's been going on in the world, whatnot, all of these things, man. It's not a coincidence. It's all prophecy. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, call Halal Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Kodash. Double blessings and honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth through the spirit of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And until next time, I say Shalom, Israel. Shalom.